Look at the way Hang Seng has moved. It is leading the gains in the Asian markets, up 2.1%.
A lot of uncertainty, disagreement about what will the Fed do and what should the Fed.
Hindustan Zinc has declared the fourth dividend, close to around 26 rupees.
Red 75 points higher, and it's a good start.
If all the shorts in the system have to be taken out, there can be a very good relief rally.
So board has approved the sell-off of 2,614 crores.
Chances are that they are likely to go with the board approval of around 233 crores of a buyback.
Autos are doing well. The Nifty Auto Index has a gain of close to about 0.7%, its largest ever order win at $160 million.
The company has spun off its last-mile mobility business into a new company.
We have started to put controls, systemic checks and balances, improved audit.
Nifty is up around 30 points. We also have the Bank Nifty, which is in line with the benchmark indices.
You're with us here on a fresh new edition of Closing Bell. We are coming to you from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal studios. I'm Prashant. With me, my colleagues Reema and Surabhi here in the studios, and on the newsroom floor, Nigel, as always. Guys, hi, afternoon. Very, very quiet overall. Absolutely sort of going in very light in a way to that Fed meeting. I think that's what one has to say as one looks at the screen right now. The Nifty's got just 20 points now, and it's been that way. Just look at that. Just small change right from the morning on. I mean, the initial bounce got sold into, and after that, nothing at all. Not even a decent attempt at a big bounce or anything so far. Now, we are staying under the 17,180 level, which is a short-term kind of reversal level we've been waiting for the market to take out. So far, no luck. Let's see. Small caps, mid caps are doing better. And there are so many of these kind of individual stray names which are bouncing and shooting higher. Paytm, I looked at Imami, Sula, Uflex. Monte Carlo is up 20% in the last 3-4 days out of the blue. And of course, there is the Fed decision, which is later tonight. And I think reasonable to expect a 25 basis point hike. That is practically given. I mean, the market is giving a green light because market pricing is allowing a 20 basis point rate cut. And all likelihood, they will take it with a 25 basis point hike. The commentary, I think, beyond the 25 basis point hike itself will be very important. Will they stock in terms of, doing whatever? Will we see a ECB, Mario Draghi, whatever it takes kind of a moment from, Jerome Powell with regards to the U.S. banking issues? I think that's the big question. And of course, commentary on the rate trajectory from here on will be important. Those are the things we'll wake up to tomorrow morning. For now, it's flat with about a 26-25 point change. Reema.
Hi, and now that there is some calm in the financial market and it appears the storm has passed, the markets are once again pricing in the 25 basis points, rate hike. But had it been, say, 2 or 3 days ago when we were still in the eye of the storm, at that time, market expectations were for a pause. Just while coming down, I was listening to CNBC Europe. And they were just, highlighting to their viewers that what has the Fed done in the past 4 banking crises? And they go back all the way from 1966, which was the credit crunch. Then you had a continental Illinois collapse, which took place in 1984, go on to the peso crisis. And they're saying that there has actually been no uniform playbook. In one case, the Fed hiked. In one case, they paused. And in 2 events, they eased. So it's really, data dependent. And this is going to be one of the most anticipated FOMC decisions and perhaps the biggest one for Jerome Powell. But quickly, let's take our viewers through what's happening on the screen in terms of individual sectors. Insurance companies are having a good day. In fact, this week itself, HDFC Life, SBI Life have rallied close to about 4 to 5%. Reliance Industries is building on the strength from yesterday, so it's added on another 0.5%. But, in the banking pack, and that's what we've been talking about for a while, the picture is a bit mixed because private sector financials like Axis, Kotak, HDFC Bank are in the red, but PSU banks are holding up pretty firm. So whether it's State Bank of India, BOB, Bank of India, you can see that on your screen.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Just to your point on the Federal Reserve, whether they have a playbook or not, I think for now they have ECB. As a guiding example, because ECB had to come out with a rate decision the day banks were collapsing in Europe. I mean, the day Credit Suisse was falling 20-25%, and it seemed like all hell's breaking loose. And yet they kind of kept their head down, went ahead with that 50 basis points, and then reassured the markets that we're there in case it gets worse. So let's see. Anyway, Fed's an announcement that will come out later. The next 1 hour, what do we negotiate? Of course, Reliance is an interesting stock because now it's showing some traction. There's a 0.5% gain, as Reema also pointed out. But the problem is banking. By the way, TCS is also, these are some of the big boys, the blue chips that are trying to fight on the bull side today. Infosys is on the other side, so it's a little all over the place. But yes, the bigger question on the market is the problem with the banks. The Nifty bank continues to underperform again today. We had one decent day yesterday, and then because of this, you are seeing some weakness come in. The weight is coming in from HDFC Bank, as you can see. You've got SBI on the other side, ICICI on the other side, but HDFC Bank is really the biggest culprit from a bull standpoint as we see things right now. We will talk a little more about GAIL. Let's pull up the intraday because the absolute, the percentage gain is only 0.5%. See the intraday, that's the drama that played out. This is a significant tariff hike. I think about 45% is the tariff increase that they've got. They had asked for even more. So we'll bring in Sonal to, get into the nitty-gritties. But Nigel, I guess for the time being, absolutely flat, quiet, waiting to see what news we get at around 10:30 p.m., perhaps our time.
Well, indeed, Surabhi, it seems a bit of a wait and watch, and I think the Bulls will go home. I mean, 20, 25 points higher. They'll take it with both hands. I guess they'll even take a bit of a downtick in the final hour because you're going into this event with no big rally of any sort. We've come off the lows that we saw a couple of sessions ago. Some consolidation, I think it's par for the course. The Nifty bank is struggling to move up actually today. The IT index is doing relatively better. But how do you position yourself in the final hour?